It's week 6 of PFR Scoreboard on Lakeshore Public Television. Just when you think it can't get any more unpredictable.
What a wild and crazy night this was. My goodness.
The unpredictability of Northwest Indiana High School football.
Boy, and you know, looking at it as a fan, you think, wow, this is what a great, great week. I'm telling you, as a predictor, you don't look at it.
Yeah, yes. There's reasons you're under 70%.
Yes, there is.
Those reasons continue tonight. We got some great highlights coming up next on PFR Scoreboard.
Pinnacle Hospital is a collaboration between physicians and medical practitioners providing care in a private, personal setting. Pinnacle Hospital offers both inpatient and outpatient care, including laboratory and imaging services. Pinnacle Hospital in Crown Point.
Who is the dark afraid of? His name is Tim. When you report a power outage, Tim and linemen like him respond to the call. Text OUT to 444-111 to report an outage. With your cell phone, when the power's out, power is still in your hands. A Flex Equity line from Tech Credit Union gives you convenient access to cash whenever you need it. This home equity loan features a low introductory rate and no closing costs. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Learn more at techcu.org or call Tech Credit Union at 800-276-TECH.
Programming on Lakeshore Public Television is provided by Strack and Van Til Food Market. Custom decorated cakes, breads, and baked goods right from the oven. Domestic meats and artisan cheeses in every store. 7 days a week, fresh is more than just a word. Strack and Van Til, built around you.
We're trying to talk this out now. Andrean lost to Munster. Munster tonight lost to Griffith. Griffith lost to Hobart. Hobart lost to Andrean. I think that's what's happened so far.
So everybody has one loss.
I think so. All right. Let's move on, shall we? It looked like what was about to be a conference championship game in the Great Lakes. The Hammond Conference, which has been taken over possibly by the East Chicago Central Cardinals. Let's start there with the highlights tonight on PFR Scoreboard. Coach Novak and company are getting it done.
Yes, they really are. And Devontae Jones, their quarterback, what a sensational athlete.
Man, tremendous unis there, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at that. Look at the moves here. Look at the moves.
You know, they were very close to a great win against Lafayette Jeff. Right?
Yes, they were. That's right.
And then they had that tremendous win over Gavitt to kind of take command, the come from behind win. Gavitt looked like they had a lead in the second half. And then tonight they just kind of dominated Morton.
They really did. You know, they really did.
Woo! That's some kind of defense right there. We need a Barris, defensive back, to come up and do something like that. I'm telling you.
A couple of them.
Yeah, and not get hurt. Very impressive on both sides of the ball tonight. Offensively, defensively, nice play, nice tackle there by the Governors. But
EC kind of dominated this, 40-0. It was just an amazing, amazing effort.
That was a great layout catch there. Yeah. Couldn't get the touchdown, but they will in the next couple of plays here. And I think the most impressive thing was their defensive performance tonight.
Right.
To toss the shutout against Morton.
Yeah, Morton has a good offensive team, and boy, to come up this short in a key game like this, really bodes well for East Chicago.
Yeah. Moving into this conference is good for EC.
Yes. May not be good for the rest of the conference. But it
Well,
is
no,
good
and
for
then in the other sports as well, I think it'll be good for all of them.
Right.
Nice throw there by Armstrong, but there wasn't a whole lot of offensive yardage tonight for the Morton Governors. You see some outstanding gang tackling, some good defense there, a lot of different players to the football.
And some good passing.
And it's nowhere for these receivers for Morton to run.
That's right.
Looked like a blown coverage there. And the East Chicago receiver inside the 20. Lowell at Morton next week. East Chicago down in Indy. 40-0 shutout victory for East Chicago. They may still have, I think, one conference game, but they are looking like they've got a really big time chance to win the conference championship outright undefeated.
I know, and that's a pretty good thing coming into conference first year and being able to dominate the conference right off the top.
Yep. All righty. I'm not sure if they've played Clark yet. I know they've got wins over Hammond High and Gavitt and Morton now.
Right.
So EC on the way to the conference title. All right, big showdown with Crown Point in Valpo. Let's go to Viking Field. The Vikings, with just 2 losses, won by 1 point to LaPorte. They've gained some momentum coming off that great win at Michigan City last week.
You know, and this is going to be, I thought it would be a defensive battle. Crown Point has really an outstanding defense, and I think they've only given up 2 touchdowns in 2 games, the last 2 games. But Valpo also had a great one, and this young man,
Quite a night.
Basaki. Yes.
7 catches, 135 yards. I think 2 TDs.
Nice throw there by LeFew.
Yeah, LeFew with a beautiful throw. He's a big target.
Yes.
And I think this is the difference, Wayne, is that Valpo's offense has gotten to the point where they have found an identity. They've got weapons in the backfield, whether it be Lichtenberger or others of the running backs, Jones. They've established a passing game. They had some problems with the double coverage of Basaki. You know, even though he is a big target, some teams have been double teaming him.
Right.
And they've got to be able to find a way to keep the defense off of him or develop another receiver to try to open up the field for them. It's a nice run by Grayson Link.
That's right.
Up the middle.
I think that Valpo has kind of found that in their 2 running backs.
Right.
Jones is a big bruiser inside, and then Lichtenberger is one of those scat bats that goes, you know, outside. I think that their offense is very balanced.
Valpo got a big lead in this game and then kind of put it in the deep freeze, it seems like. Running the ball, controlling the clock, and there's outstanding defenses able to keep Crown Point off the field. Crown Point had some problems in the pass game, I think, in the second half where they weren't able to put anything together consistently to drive the football.
LeFew's just gotten better and better. This is his first year starting at quarterback, and he has just gotten better and better each and every game. Look at that nice
They
pass.
have developed some confidence offensively.
Right.
And there's a different receiver than Basaki. So they have done a good job of developing some weapons. They took advantage of those turnovers last week against Michigan City. And now they've got another huge game next week against Maryville. And Valpo is sitting right there looking at maybe if LaPorte stumbles somewhere. They still have Michigan City left on the schedule, does LaPorte. Valpo looking to eke out a share of the title if they can win out.
And after the way they started at the beginning of the year, now all of a sudden they have this chance, you know, towards the end to again be co-champions.
They could see LaPorte again in the postseason.
Sure could.
To try to avenge that Duneland Conference loss. So 21-7 for Valpo tonight. Another great rivalry game, Griffith and Munster. The Mustangs had a 2-0 lead in the Northwest Crossroads, looking to take another step toward a conference championship. Would that happen tonight? Let's go to the highlights. this a little bit of a surprise for me.
Yeah,
Just
it
'cause
was.
Griffith really hasn't had that significant win on the road.
Right.
And we can't say that anymore after tonight.
No, we can't. I was there, and you could see one of the things that I thought that happened here was that Munster had a little bit of trouble with Griffith's quickness. You know, Munster was bigger. They had a better offensive line and things. This is a nice run here. Nice.
Now, this was a controversial run as well.
It sure
Wayne.
was.
Looked like he stepped out of bounds, but that touchdown, I believe, was counted.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I thought the referee was kind of blocked with people crowding the sideline.
Our PFR scoreboard cameras, though, caught it.
Yep.
Griffith might have got a break there. But hey, that's the breaks of the game, and you got to try to overcome those when they don't go your way.
Munster had a number of turnovers that they would love to have back. But you know, Griffith just played well enough tonight to get this victory. It is a huge victory.
This could be one of those trap games, you know. Munster at home, got maybe a big showdown game next week with Hobart. Might have just not been totally on their game tonight, and a hungry Griffith team. Oh, there's one of those picks. Kind of read the quarterback's eyes there, jumped in front. You got to like the way this junior class of Griffith developing confidence. I think we saw that in the game of the night as well. You saw a team that's starting to get some confidence and had a huge win tonight at Hanover.
And you got to give Coach Gifford at Griffith there a lot of credit.
I think so.
You know, he's done a great job. He's been patient with them, and they've got a good quarterback in Winston. They've got certainly 3 running backs that can run the ball. And
it was a nice run by
this was a nice win for Griffith.
Big win for Griffith. Huge road victory. Now we've got 4 teams in the hunt for the Northwest Crossroads Conference title. It won't be decided for a while. Wayne, 4 teams in the hunt, and none of them are Lowell,
that's a surprise.
Yeah.
That is really a surprise.
So you've got Griffith, Hobart, Andrean, and Munster all with 1 loss in conference play. And that's yet to be decided who's going to take that conference title. We're going to watch that in the next few weeks. All right, time for a timeout. We'll do that after we check out all the scores in Northwest Indiana. First, let's check out some scores, shall we? Yes. Wayne, it was 42-28 LC late in the 4th quarter, and that's when Michigan City scored 3 consecutive touchdowns.
3 consecutive within I think a 4-minute period.
One after an onside.
Right. That was just amazing, that particular game.
We had some
I was
offensive explosions tonight. Portage got a nice win over Chesterton, and LaPorte held on after they built a huge lead over Maryville, 46-35. Elsewhere on the scoreboard, there you see Andrean offensively starting to roll.
They are really playing better offensively. Reardon had another great game.
Teely Ryan,
309
yards, 4 TDs. Chris Van Eckern had a field goal 39-yarder. Jared Teal had a 49-yard TD for Highland in the Andrean win. The Bricklayers got a huge night from Nick Ray.
This one I was teasing you with, and you didn't want to take Lowell in the upset here.
I did not.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought Hobart was going to win, and they did. We know KV was winning against Hammond. We just didn't get that final. KV had a nice lead over Hammond tonight, just did not get the final score in. Elsewhere on the scoreboard, Wayne.
Rensselaer kind of pounded Clark.
Rensselaer big. Gavitt big over Westside, 45-6.
And Calumet
over the station.
I think that red check mark was.
This was nothing. I think at halftime. I think that was at Lake Station still, Wayne. I don't know if Calumet's field's ready or not. I believe that was at Lake Station. River Forest big over Knoll. North Newton big.
Just rolling 5-1 on the season. 5-1.
The Wheeler Bearcats. My Bearcats was my other pick, and their offense is shut out.
Wow, they must have had a couple homers, or
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. Jeez.
South Central, I think they had a 93-yard drive, and that was it tonight. The Jays got to win.
Jays got to win. Big. Knox keeps rolling.
Knox's defense is for real. It's legit.
And Heritage Christian kind of rolled over both.
Okay. We missed one score there. It was by design because the game of the night is next, coming up on PFR Scoreboard.
For more information on everything Prep football, visit us on Facebook or on Twitter at PFR Sports.
We are back on PFR Scoreboard. In history tonight, this will be a night that's remembered in Hanover Central football history.
They are partying down in Cedar Lake.
Yeah. I don't know if the Knights of Columbus is open.
Oh, okay.
But it could be. It could be very well.
Get the pizzas
out. A program-defining victory tonight, really, for a young football program. It'll be one of those nights they'll remember. There was probably some horns honking when they got back to Cedar Lake.
I wonder if Kevin is dancing up at the booth there.
I imagine. So there's a lot of celebrating going on, I imagine.
I'll bet.
Let's check out some of the highlights. Hanover and Whiting tonight, and really a dominating performance by Hanover Central on both sides of the ball.
This was a shocker. This is a shocker of Northwest Indiana and the state, because Whiting came in at number 2 in the state of Indiana. And I thought this was going to be a close game, Joe, and I thought that Whiting would pull this one out. Boy, Hanover Central really surprised me.
It was a Tavares quick kickoff return. I think the shocking thing to me, Wayne, is that Hanover Central shut them out.
Yes.
You feel with the firepower on offense for Hanover that they were going to score some points tonight with James DeLange here running the football effectively. But the fact that their defense tossed a shutout and their offense was able to control the clock and control the ball in the second half, that is really a surprise to me.
Just look at these highlights and the holes that Hanover Central had to run the ball through. This is pretty good defense here from Hanover.
Dustin Lindley was running the ball there as well. And Mr.
Swarm.
Glasgow was under wraps. They were able to play well enough in the secondary, but also control the ground game. They were able to run the ball and keep the clock running. Very, very, very impressive performance tonight from Hanover. And again, I don't think we're overstating it when you say it's a program-defining victory tonight.
Yes, I totally agree.
For a 3A school over a 2A power.
On the road at Whiting.
Right, no doubt. This is quite a performance. We're going to see Lindley running the ball a lot. They kept Stuart Glasgow, the veteran quarterback, under wraps for the most part. In fact, I don't think Whiting got into Hanover Central territory or into the red zone. I think they only did it once, Wayne.
Look at this nice run, jeez.
You may see some of the numbers in the second half. Players, depth. That was big. That was a beautiful throw there. Bobby Nowak with the TD catch. So DeLange able to hit a big pass there. But now you look at Hanover down the line, they took a huge step to winning a conference title tonight.
Kudos to Pete Koulianis and his team. And last night on our show, Pete said, that what the key will be is how do we react when we're playing well and when we're not. And obviously tonight they kept that playing well out front.
They showed a lot of mental toughness tonight. They weathered the storm. They were physical. And they played a tremendous football game on the road.
Yes, they did.
So a great night for Hanover Central football with a big 21-0 shutout victory over Whiting, and they did everything they needed to do. Defense dominated.
Right.
Their offense controlled the ball. They put points on the board, and then they were able to work the clock and shorten the game. Going forward, really, regular season-wise, you like Hanover's chances to run the table now. They've got a Wheeler team next week. Will they have a letdown? Wheeler's been shut out 2 games in a row.
Right.
They'll be heavily favored. So I think you've got to like Hanover Central's chances to go the distance here in the regular season undefeated.
I really do. I think this really bodes well for them.
And we were getting a lot of props today, Wayne, about having that PFR preview last night of the Hanover Whiting game. I just want you to know.
Good.
So the folks realized.
I liked it. I thought Tommy Williams did a nice job.
I still think TW might be a 2X and not a 3X.
Not a 3X, yeah. But, I forgot to ask him.
If that was the only controversy we had, we did a pretty good job. All right, time to go on the rapid fire scores here for high school football week 6. It was another willy, wacky, unpredictable week. It was 42-28 LC going to the 4th, but without Marquise Hurt, who was injured on crutches on the sideline. Mr. Kane Vesey stepped up big time.
He stepped
they
up
also
big
got a 60-yard touchdown run by Keshawn McGill and
our
McCullough.
unknown player.
Yeah, and McCullough was out as well.
That's right.
For Michigan City. Big win for Portage. They overcame their kicker Gonzalez was hurt out tonight. So that was 6-6 early. A lot of offense in Maryville LaPorte, but you don't want to get in a shooting match with LaPorte.
No.
Because they will just continue to score.
That's right. That's right.
Maryville can score a lot, but LaPorte just continues to score. Valpo, nice win, 21-7. Andrean's starting to roll offensively. Looking good. They gave up some points late, but Andrean with a dominating performance on offense. Teely Rhine, 309 rushing and 4 TDs.
Hobart bounces back against Lowell from last week's debacle against Andrean.
Yeah.
Hobart turns it around.
I think Hobart's looking good as they match up with Munster, who will be coming off a loss in the Northwest Crossroads up for grabs. Griffith, a huge road win tonight against their arch rival, 24-21. KV, we think, was a winner tonight over Hammond, just don't have the final. East Chicago, great win, dominant win, 40-0 over Morton.
Rensselaer, a dominant win over Clark, playing very well.
Gavin over the side.
Right.
Calumet got their 2nd win of the season over Lake Station.
That was a big one for
Yes,
that was.
River big over Knoll.
And North Newton over Boone Grove.
Still
42.
showing an outstanding defense.
Outstanding defense, and they're just pounding the ball.
And Wheeler shut out by South Central. 1 drive and a 2-point conversion. The Jays got some points going offensively. The Jays needed to win. They got one tonight. And Knox continues to be impressive. Is Knox 5-1? I believe they are.
Yes, they are. That's right.
Wow.
They and North Newton are 5-1.
Both 5-1. Heritage Christian big over Bowman. And Hanover shutting out Whiting 21-0. That was the game of the night. A big Hanover win tonight against Whiting.
Tonight just blew up the PFR top 10.
Yes, it did.
Just blew them up.
Blew apart the PFR top 10.
I'm grabbing pieces
it'll have to be redefined next Thursday. I don't think there's any movement on the top.
No.
Yeah,
no.
But it'll have to be redefined.
It's going to be a long weekend for me.
After Griffith looking to jump in there higher.
They're 4-2 now. So.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Those Northwest Crossroads teams will all be in there because you'll have one conference loss and they've all have some significant wins.
Right.
So, all right, we will have another edition of PFR coming up on Thursday night. Thursday night at 7:30. Stay tuned for PFR on Lakeshore Public Television. And we promise unpredictable high school football again next Friday night. Good night.
Pinnacle Hospital is a collaboration between physicians and medical practitioners providing care in a private, personal setting. Pinnacle Hospital offers both inpatient and outpatient care, including laboratory and imaging services. Pinnacle Hospital in Crown Point.
Who is the dark afraid of? His name is Tim. When you report a power outage, Tim and lineman Lychem respond to the call. Text OUT to 444-111 to report an outage. With your cell phone, when the power's out, power is still in your hands. A Flex Equity line from Tech Credit Union gives you convenient access to cash whenever you need it. This home equity loan features a low introductory rate and no closing costs. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Learn more at techcu.org or call Tech Credit Union at 800-276-TECH.
Programming on Lakeshore Public Television is provided by Strack and Van Til Food Market. Custom decorated cakes, breads, and baked goods right from the oven. Domestic meats and artisan cheeses in every store. 7 days a week, fresh is more than just a word. Strack and Van Til, built around you.
Captioning for PFR and PFR Scoreboard is provided by Voice to Print Captioning, LLC. Wardrobe for PFR and PFR Scoreboard provided by Gosser Corporate Sales Incorporated. Custom embroidery, screen, and digital printing. Further support provided by Fahrenheit 212 Restaurant and Bar.